Listen up, this is I Mike. The Rocket City Network Sports Show is the best ever. Jay Third, Mike Zorn, and Bobby Drake always hold it down. Even though LaMarcus has me losing to Ali, I still respect him as an analyst. Oh yeah, Roy Jones, guess what? I'm coming for you.
Yo, welcome to the Rocket City Network. We are back, and we are talking about Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Father Time. Father Time. So, fellas, do you guys think that Brady will win another ring before he retires for good?
No. No, not for me. I mean, Tampa Bay, I don't know, man. They just don't look right, man. They still got to come out there NFC East. They still can't run the ball. You know what I'm saying? That defense kind of hit and miss. Drew Brees just got on their head the other day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Leonard Fournette, they really not giving him the work share. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like he heard or nicked up something ain't right about him. What's the other boy? Jones. You know, I ain't never really seen the appeal of him even from when he was at USC.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking they got 2 years to do it. He ain't figured out how to unlock Mike Evans. The passing game hasn't showed up like they said. My man Gronk out there, that boy out there was 50-year-old knees. You know what I'm saying? That boy didn't play one game this whole season. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, I don't see him winning. Not as no starter, unless he gonna hang around and go get on somebody's team as a mentor and mentor somebody or something, man. He gonna steal some checks. But as a starter, no, not for me.
I've been a Patriot, Tom Brady / Patriot fan for a long time, man. I think it's unfair to ask that question, because I mean, when you're looking down the line, there's how much more does he need to win? How much more do we expect from him in this situation? I mean, he went to Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay's culture isn't anything like the Patriot culture. So I mean, the adjustment of, all right, he's here now he has to win. Yeah, that is cool, but he's not in no LeBron James situation. It's not like you playing both sides. Can Tampa Bay win with him? And right now, no. But it seems like they're trying to get it together as far as getting more pieces around him and letting him kind of get comfortable with his play call and all. I'm like, Tampa Bay is trying to shift that culture, but I don't know whether it's going to be in time. So the odds of him winning another championship after what the Saints have done to him, I'd say no. Because at some point you got to see them again. And the gap widened between the first time y'all played and the second time. This second time, it looked bananas out there. Had me thinking like, man, it was like the Saints had something against them. So it was like, no, if you got to come out of there and handle that team that's been kind of grabbing you by the neck and moving you around, I don't think that the Tampa Bay defense, even when the offense is scoring, has looked championship worthy either. So in the playoffs where you might have to grind some games out, that defense doesn't seem like it's capable of stopping people like that. Where it's like, all right, man, we need that stop. Y'all go out there and get them. It still feels like a crapshoot. Like, man, are they gonna stop them this time or are they not? There's a lot of teams that's putting points on them. And you think, man, how are they giving it up like that? But it's that Tampa Bay defense, and then sometimes that offense is putting them in bad situations because Tom has been making some bad decisions.
Yeah.
So, again, I expected, bumps this first year. I actually expected the Patriots to look better than Tampa Bay, and that isn't panning out. But, yeah, at Tampa Bay, I didn't think he was going to just show up and be like, hey, I'm Tom Brady. I'm bringing this culture. I bring championships wherever I go. No, we don't know what you do outside of New England. And now that we're seeing it, it's like you're having the same bumps and adjustments that everybody else is having.
Exactly. Football is different than basketball in any other sport. So would you guys say it's kind of similar to how Joe Montana, when he went to the Chiefs, he had those same kind of bumps in the road or whatnot? Y'all think it's similar?
Well, Joe Montana didn't win nothing either.
Yeah. So is it similar?
One of them years, Joe Montana was like a couple plays going to the Super Bowl with them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I don't know. And I just checked out Tampa Bay defense ranked 6th, and I remember that defense locked up Aaron Rodgers just a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So they defense.
Aaron Rodgers has been locked up this year before, though. That's not necessarily a feat.
Nah,
they have not.
They locked him up
at all.
No, they locked him up. Who else locked Aaron Rodgers up like that? They locked him up. Had 2 picks. I think they had a pick 6 off him. And picked him off 3 times. His night ended early. I don't think nobody else did that to Aaron.
Oh, made him look like that. All right.
Yeah.
So forget. I'm not taking anything away from that offense has not been looking like I thought. Like I'm high on Fournette. Well, I was high on Fournette in college. This NFL Fournette has been kind of a disappointment. But you run into bigger bodies, still trying to run the same. You're in the league putting your head down. You're not gonna last that long. That boy keep a shoulder down. It's like, now you running wrong for the league. You need to use the other side of your game, that speed game, to get all that shoulder down stuff. So yeah, Fournette has not looked like I thought he was gonna look. The Jones kid, he's looking all right. It's like they got 2 physical backs for some reason. Like y'all got the same guy, but Fournette catch better. It's like y'all don't really need that. It's like their running game their dual threats aren't dual threats. It's like, y'all, we just replaced this guy with the same guy, but he catch better. So it's like, I don't know what they're doing with offense. I thought when Grunt came back, man, all right, man, it's going to be overpowered, especially when they add Antonio Brown. If they can integrate him well, it's like, all right, we'll see. But again, a lot of these games, I'll blame it on the offense, maybe putting them in bad positions. That defense does not look good to me.
Yeah, but see,
do y'all think that? Go ahead, Jay. My bad.
I was just feeling like I kind of feel the opposite. I feel like if you bringing in Antonio Brown at this part of the season for a group, their receiver group was supposed to be their strength. That's all we kept hearing. Jameis was turning that ball over, so we got to get a quarterback in there that's going to push the ball and not turn it over. And so for all them receivers to be back and then be healthy, and then you bring in Antonio Brown, that let me know that your offense is not like what you thought it was. You're not just a quarterback away. You know what I'm saying? It's not this effect. It kind of, for me, it's like the winner out of this is kind of Jameis, because that culture where they had him taking all these risks, trying to throw these deep routes, 7-yard drops and all this 7-step drops and all this, that culture that Bruce Arians has, you got to have the perfect mix for that to work. You know what I'm saying? Because even the year, what was it, 2013 or whatever, when he won NFL Coach of the Year or whatever, when he took over for Chuck Pagano, even then, Andrew Luck was getting hit a lot. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take them deep drops and push the ball down the field. That was all under Bruce Arians. And that kind of started his decline. And so then you kind of see that under Jameis. And then even with Tom Brady, now they trying to mix in some of them long drops and this and that. But that's never been Brady's game. His game is 3-step drops, get the ball out my hand. I'm going to hit the slot receiver. I'm going to get the ball out, except for like 1 year when he had Randy Moss. Yeah. When he pushed the ball up the field. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why I think I felt like him going there was almost like they was gonna pay him the most. It would be interesting, but I never thought they was gonna win while he was there.
So do y'all think he should take more control of the offense, kind of like what Peyton did when he left the Colts?
I don't think Bruce Arians is gonna let him. It sounds like they don't have that. Their relationship isn't like that. I think Bruce is treating him like a plug and play type of dude. So I don't even how he calls Brady out is weird. Like, you know what I mean? My pedigree don't, you know what I mean? I don't know how you being kind of hush mouth with the media for a little bit and coming to talk to me first. It's like, nah, when that happened the first week, and then about I think it was the third or fourth happened again. It's like, all right, man, he's treating him kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. But see, I kind of wonder about that, because I'm in the camp that I feel like as a winner, if we're going winner and results, then Brady is the greatest as far as winning and results, what he was able to achieve in New England. But as an individual talent, he's never felt like, to me, he was a quarterback on the level of a Peyton Manning physically as a player. Peyton Manning is always, to me, if you're going off skill set, when we take away all the wins and what organization you take skill set, Peyton was always a better physical specimen than Tom Brady as a player. You know what I'm saying? Once you add in, you know what I'm saying, you put him with the Patriots and all that type of stuff. So for me, when it's down there with the Bucks, I mean, he getting treated, what his skills is treating. He's never been considered a transcendent talent. It's always, he won so much with New England. And if we look at New England, one thing about New England, every time he was out, outside, if you take away this year, which the Patriots are not the same Patriot team because they got so many people on the COVID list and all these different kind of factors. So we can kind of take this off. But in the past, anytime Tom Brady has been out, they've still been the Patriots. When he tore his ACL and they lost, they still went 11-5 without Tom Brady and went to the playoffs. When he was suspended for the Needlegate, they went 4-0 under Brissett and Jimmy Garoppolo. So we've never seen where he's that, had he left the Patriots at any point, I always felt like he was giving the Patriots discount. Everybody's like, he giving the Patriots discounts. No, he knew where his bread was buttered. He was just smart. Some people don't understand when you found that perfect system and support system that's up in your stature, you stick with it. Some people start thinking about, I'm going to leave and I'm going to get this money. You know what I'm saying? Because you can see these examples of dudes that kind of did it and failed. Like you look at like Peerless Price when he went down to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was a number one up in the Bills. He went down to Atlanta. No, you're not a number one. Alvin Harper, he left away from Michael Irvin. He went to go get paid. He never looked like that again. They let him know, no, you're not that dude. You know what I'm saying? You can look at even sports. Like Tom Brady to me is kind of like Draymond. He's kind of like the equivalent of Draymond to me. You know what I'm saying? Draymond, he's a great player because he plays in that system. Had he left there, I feel like he would have got exposed. So he took what he could take there. He contributes to that culture, and that's his perfect match. And so I felt like New England was the same way for Tom Brady.
Is it kind of like Anquan Bolden? Remember? He was upset about not being the number one.
Yeah, and no, because I think for Anquan, he was definitely because he was down there with Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah, down there in Arizona. Then he went to where'd he go next? To Detroit. And then he went to Detroit. So he had his years where he knew he wasn't the number one, but then he went to the Ravens, and during that playoff run for Flacco, he kind of was like their number one and kind of pushed them over the top because Flacco was
kind of number one. Flacco was throwing the ball up the this right there. But
Anquan was coming down with it.
Going to get that thing. So he was number one. Maybe it was just the playoffs, but
so as far as like talent, like for me personally, I think that Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, probably the most talented quarterback we've seen in the last 10 years, aside from Mahomes. So I guess what you guys are saying is Brady was never that kind of talent.
Oh no. Brady himself said, man, if Aaron Rodgers had played in the with the Patriots, he would have had like 5 championships already. Like Brady. You said what?
And threw for 7,000 yards in the season.
Yeah, so I'm saying Brady is looking at it. The only person I've seen him crap on was Peyton, and that was through an email that shouldn't have been exposed. But Brady gives it up. He knows he's not that guy. The transcendent talents don't get picked in whatever round he was. They don't go walking outside and have their parents rub their back because he ain't been picked yet. That ain't him.
Yeah, that's true. But I think that's why Bruce treating him like that, man. Bruce brought him there for his decision making in the kind of position. You know what I'm saying? He didn't think he was getting, some super quarterback reincarnated that just was going to overcome everything and get us back to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
So why isn't Bruce taking into account his system? If we talking about the flaws in this thing right now, you into the Andrew Luck is an amazing quarterback. If he ever decides to come back, it's like you've kind of ruined somebody. What are you doing?
But see, I think for Bruce Arians, I kind of feel like this decision was above him. You know what I'm saying? So I think he in a power struggle down there in Tampa Bay because while he's undermining Brady, he getting undermined. Because I vividly remember this summer saying, you know what I'm saying, when him and Antonio Brown was going back, he said he never had that dude on his team down there.
And now he's showing it. Yeah, I did remember that.
Yeah, look who out there running around, Antonio Brown. You know what I'm saying? And then from jump, for Bruce Arians likes a bigger quarterback, 6'4", 6'5", 250, that's willing to push that ball deep down the field with the 5 and 7 step drops. Tom Brady never felt his system. So then you're like, okay, so if you're really trying to push your system, why didn't you rein in Jameson? Because he fits more of what you're trying to do if he wasn't turning the ball over. So I feel like for me, the decision was more at the box office.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay needed a star that's going to sell in that area. And so who better to do that than Tom Brady? You get him in there. And so that's why I think you see kind of that power struggle going on, because Bruce he didn't really want Tom. I think Tom was forced on him. They said, you're going to take Tom.
I mean, when a time available, you kind of got to take it, though.
Yeah, but I mean,
and Bruce Arians, for all these people that you like, all right, man, this is what he want. He ain't no winner. How many rings he got?
He ain't got. Yeah. What? No. He won with Pittsburgh with Big Ben.
Listen, man. All right.
He's offensive coordinator now.
But,
you know what I mean?
I will get it. Ben is an underrated talent too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of his troubles, and Pittsburgh isn't that huge of a market. It has kind of underwritten his career, but Ben is an amazing talent as well. So yeah, I mean, you won with Ben. Of course you won with Ben. He good, but when you struck out and you was like, all right, man, I'm the man now. I'm forcing my system on people. You haven't won it all.
No. He ain't won it all. But I mean, he has some good runs with Carson Palmer. He got some good work done out of Carson Palmer, and then he had that good work out of Andrew Luck up there in Indianapolis.
What's the Bucs record right now?
Ain't they 5-3?
Yeah, he about to hit for what Bruce Arians is used to. He about to get a good run right now out of Tom Brady.
Yeah, faith, my brother.
Yeah. That's true.
But once Tom Brady and Mike Evans start, getting back on the same page, they'll be all right. Not this season, but probably next.
I mean, there have been situations. I mean, there have been situations where you could see maybe this receiver was better than the other ones, but the quarterback has more chemistry with that guy. So there's no telling if him and Mike Evans will ever be on that type of page. So I mean, as how it goes right now, they 5-3. I'm thinking that we got to take it how it is. Like they're gonna have to
6-3.
Oh, 6-3? Yeah. We're gonna have to take it how it is. They're gonna have to find a way to win these games. The Saints, what the Saints have done to them twice has given me no belief that when it comes down to, hey man, we're gonna have to face the Saints. They gotta buy. The Saints got to buy. We playing in. We got to play this game next week. They're going to be well rested, man. They're going to be out our head. They studying. I don't know if the Bucs beat them. That has been my issue. So he could have been looking amazing, but what the Saints have done to them, if you can't get past the Saints at this point, you're in that division. Y'all got to figure out something, and don't go backwards. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, you chose to go there knowing it was there.
Yeah,
I know whatever historical stat race him and Drew Brees was in, he was thinking, yeah, man, you know what I mean? I would be closer to my competitor, but your competitor was waiting for you. You're used to this. Smacking you around every time. The defense doing it for Drew Brees, I feel like, man. That's what he tell, hey, man, go get dude. And then they just going out there and doing work. It has been looking ridiculous.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
He had that first drive, that first game where they ran, he snuck it in. I'm thinking, oh man, the Bucs moving nice, man. They about to do work. And then the Saints came like, nah, I don't know what y'all thought they was gonna do. I was like, you're right, man. Yeah. So again, man, all this talk about Tom could be looking amazing, but if you can't get past some Saints, don't worry about no ring.
So is this hurting his legacy though? Him being down in Tampa, is it hurting his legacy? Or is football judged differently than like other sports?
Yeah, I think QBs have always been weird. Marino don't got no rings, but I would never let nobody crap on Dan Marino. Like, we about to stop that. Marino, you don't got none, but Marino's Marino. Like, you can talk about them Dolphins all you want. That's cool, man. Yeah, I don't like the organization either, but Dan Marino stands on his own, and Aaron Rodgers only has one. And don't crap on Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that you know, for Tom Brady, I think that he even if it's like, all right, he's playing weak down there. We've been looking. Tom Brady is who he is. Like, I mean, if you want to talk, hey man, he was looking amazing with Randy Moss, then I'd be like, hey, you might need to go watch Randy Moss before he got with Tom Brady. Tom, he shaking people and telling Tom to put it up.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I did what I do. You just throw it somewhere out here. I'm gonna go get it. So again, that was more Randy Moss than Tom Brady to me. So whatever work Tom Brady is doing right now, he's going to exploit whatever he sees, and he's going to try to, you know, he's really a dinker and dunker to me. That's cool.
Yeah. I think that's his strength. You know, he diagnosing the defense before the snap, knowing where to go with the ball, get it out your hand, get it to my playmakers, let them do it, and then come back and do it again.
Yes. Yeah. Now, I don't know how many times I've seen Tom throw something. I was like, man, God dang, that was an amazing throw. Nah, that's not what he do. He a serviceman. Like, he do work. All right, man. Hey, we got that. Hey, line it back up again. And then when he get like the little small wide receiver that just catch everything, then you know what I mean, they just move. It becomes like clockwork. Yeah. And right now, you know, he got some home run guys in Mike Evans. You know, Mike Evans will do that, but he's not no what was it? He's not like a Beasley or nothing. It's like we know what Mike Evans do. He ain't just getting open, getting that step and catching them hard shots. Like, nah, you know, Mike Evans is a focus.
Yeah.
So I think. Hopefully Antonio Brown is, because I think Antonio Brown can serve somewhat of that purpose as Beasley like that, but on a higher level. But, you know, for me, I'm just looking at it. All right, this is what y'all are right now. And y'all have somebody in that division that definitely has y'all number. So ring talk, that's crazy. And I think division talk is over with. So y'all are just going to have to focus on this playoff talk and getting in there and seeing how the cards shake up.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely.
But yeah, for Tom Brady legacy, I think that he's down in at Tampa Bay being who he is, and when as he had these struggles, you know, they thought he was gonna click with Mike Evans right off. That didn't happen. They were able to bring Gronk back. You know, they still had some shakeups. Now they're trying to incorporate Antonio Brown in there. I think that is going to cause some waves because it just seems like it's adding more and more people that Bruce don't like.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's just like Jordan. We don't hold the Wizard years against him. This is like the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? we don't recognize the Wizard years, man. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady down here with the Bucks. It's like, yeah, he down there, but yeah, that ain't a part of his resume for real.
Yeah, and if he win, I'd be like, man, that was amazing. Really, it's strange. I'm not even that high on Peyton Manning Denver work, but you know, he won a ring.
Well, but hold on now. Peyton's now the year they won the ring, Peyton wasn't there. But that first year when they lost to Seattle in the Super Bowl, they set offensive records that year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was a little different. Peyton was doing his thing. They said like he was doing some work.
No, you know? I'm saying it even from that, because I can't even take winning a ring from nobody. It's just when I'm thinking of Peyton, it's always like, all right, man, this cold work was like, you know, that's that thing. But I had the same problem with Joe Montana when I'm thinking back on Joe Montana. I'd have to be reminded that he was almost in the Super Bowl with Kansas City. Yeah. It's like at some point, it's like, I don't know. So good and bad, I'm not just using that to rewrite somebody's whole legacy. So whatever he does, it's basically adding to it. It's a plus. As long as he ain't looking straight garbage, nothing he's done has made me be like, man, hey, I need to go back and watch all them other years because he was selling me some snake oil. It's like, no, Tom's Tom.
Yeah, okay, I give him that. I'm with that.
Yeah, and really, whatever Broadway Joe did in Kansas City, I'll be like, hey man, that's that dude, man. Clark caught him in the back of the end zone. So again, man, it's all cool.
That's what's up. Well, there you have it, folks. The Rocket City Network Sportscast. We out. Yeah.